Canelo's not playing any games with this fight against Crawford. He's taking this camp very seriously, and he's not just bringing in regular sparring guys, he's sharpening his weapons against absolute killers. We're talking about a Cuban World Amateur Champion, Yoenli Yo-Yo El Diablo Hernández, a Haitian Olympian, Darrelle Valsaint, and pound for pound monster, Jaron Boots Ennis. That's not your sparring partners, that's a war camp. Crawford might be great, but Canelo's preparing with the type of fire that forges legends. This ain't practice, it's punishment in the making. Crawford in trouble.
Let's start with Darrelle Valsaint. At just 23 years old, the kid has already Olympic experience, stepping onto the world stage at the Tokyo 2020 Games, standing 6 feet 1, long, rangy, explosive, and the dangerous part, he's a switch hitter who could change stances right in the middle of combinations. That's unpredictable, that's explosive, and that's exactly the type of work Canelo needs to deal with a guy like Bud, who thrives on switching angles. Valsaint isn't in camp to survive, he's there to push the pace and keep Canelo sharp every second. Usually, when guys are 23 years old, they don't spend a lot of time watching film. That's one thing that sets Valsaint apart. He loves the game, he's a student in the game, and he's constantly watching film, trying to mimic and imitate the old school fighters. This kid is a superstar in the making. Next up, you got Yoenli Hernández, the Cuban sensation, a two-time world amateur champion, forged in one of the greatest boxing systems on the planet, the Cuban one. Yoenli brings size, power, and the classic Cuban IQ. He can box, he can bang, and like Valsaint, he can also switch stances mid-combination, giving Canelo different looks every round. He's big, strong, and experienced at the world level. The kind of sparring partner that forces you to think, forces you to adjust, and punishes you if you slip for even a second. The Cuban boxing system produces giants in the sport, and although Jaron is really a giant, he's fast, he's strong, his IQ is very unmatchable at that weight. He's very elusive, very unpredictable, and the guy can punch. So one that Canelo has to be careful with. And finally, the crown jewel of this camp, Jaron Boots Ennis, already being pushed as the next great American star. Boots has the highest ring IQ out of the group. He's a complete fighter, fast, powerful, and dangerous out of both orthodox and southpaw stances. His presence in camp forces Canelo to be razor sharp with his head movement, his defense, counters, and footwork. Boots makes you move your feet, cut angles, and fight at the highest pace possible. This isn't sparring with a prospect. This is sparring with the world champion, a future pound-for-pound king, and the big dog of Philly. When you put these three together, an Olympian, a Cuban world champion, and a future superstar, you realize Canelo's just not getting ready. He's preparing with fire. He's sharpening every tool against three completely different but equally dangerous styles. And that's why on fight night, Bud Crawford won't just be facing Canelo, he'll be facing everything this camp has built. Canelo's not training for Crawford, he's training to punish him. We are just 2 weeks away from one of the biggest fights in boxing history, and Canelo Alvarez is leaving no stone unturned. Crawford may be great, but Canelo's getting ready like a possessed man. In 2 weeks from now, all this hard work in the gym gets unleashed under the lights. Trust me, the world's about to see fireworks. Get ready, cause it's on. Subscribe to the Hype, Boxing Hype 456.